Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review something I haven't, some comedy from someone I haven't seen in a while, Larry the Cable Guy. And I remember watching Only in America on a History Channel that was on for a few years. I loved it. I remember watching a lot of his movies. Some were good, some were bad. I hated Witless Protection. Witless Protection was bad, but I liked some of his other movies. And he had a new comedy special I saw that was on for free on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, Larry the Cable Guy Stay Seated from this year, but back in April 7th. It must be pre-COVID because I didn't see any. He didn't talk about it. We talk about hazmat suit for guys getting the carts from Walmart, but I don't know if that's related to COVID or not. You know, and you didn't see like people in masks. You said everyone was all close, spaced close together, just like in a regular thing. No masks were worn or anything like that. I mean, it was. I mean, you know, things are going. TV shows and stuff are going to be different coming up in the future and stuff like that. They're probably all backlogged now, but you're going to see like a big space where stuff happens. You can't really film a whole lot of stuff because of all the stuff that's going on. But I mean, it's cool seeing him again. I haven't seen his comedy in a while. I think the last thing I saw, let me see. Let me just type in his first name. Okay, Larry. Yeah, it's something like they had, the last thing I've ever saw him when was in, they had something on Netflix, Larry, Jeff Foxy and Larry the Cable Guy show from 2016. That was the last time I've seen him, his stand-up ring like that. Other than like maybe like the Prilosec commercials, but I didn't know if he was doing that at the time. Yeah, Larry Cable, Jeff Foxy and Larry Cable Guy. And, you know, welcome, I mean, it was cool seeing him again, because sometimes you don't see a comedian for a while and they come back, they're not that funny. But he was still just as funny and clever as before. And a lot of his jokes are very clever. And they even talked about colonoscopy, and I could relate because I had one last November. And he said probably the worst thing is drinking that goat juice. And he didn't mention how nasty it was. I thought he was going to say how nasty this stuff was, and he didn't. But he said like to call him sewer and say there's a Donnybrook coming your way, which was funny and stuff. It's very entertaining. I liked it. I mean, he always tried to be PG-13. I mean, a little bit of cursing and cussing and like that. I was surprised when I always thought for the longest time that Jeff Dunham was PG or PG-13. I mean, I was surprised to see him whip out saying the F word a lot. That surprised me. I wouldn't expect that at all. But I mean, that doesn't bother me though. I was surprised. I thought he'd more kid-friendly because the kids. I mean, but keeping it PG-13, like Larry the Cable Guy, you know. And I remember I found out about Larry the Cable Guy. My dad was saying, way back in early 2000s, he said that he saw this guy that was really funny, Larry the Cable Guy. Oh, okay. And I was looking for his specials for a long time, for a couple months, and I finally started seeing him. I think the Blue Collar Comedy Tour is why I saw him. I mean, he didn't tell me about that. He just said Larry the Cable Guy. And I enjoyed his show. And he was great. And I remember seeing, I saw Health Inspector Dodolphin. I love that movie. It's really funny. I think I bought that for Taylor and AJ or something like that. It's a funny movie. At least I thought it was. Delta Force was really good too, but I saw that on TNT. And like I said, I reviewed. I thought Witless Protection was terrible. I saw that on TV. But I did see Jingle All the Way Part 2 WWE made with him starring in it. And it was an average TV movie, but there was a part where the teddy bears fighting that were really, really funny. I don't even remember how many views that got. I mean, that might have gotten a lot of views on my channel. Let me see. Let me just type this in and see how many views it got. That might have done really well, because I reviewed that the night it came out. It might say, I don't know. It may, it won't say. I remember reviewing it, Jingle All the Way Part 2, because WWE made that movie. I think he did Tooth Fairy, the second Tooth Fairy too, but I didn't really see, I barely saw the first Tooth Fairy. It's like, I don't know. I think I reviewed on the night it premiered, yeah. Yeah, 1.3 thousand views. That's pretty cool. But, I mean, I really, the stand-up special was great. It was a lot of fun. And keep your mind off things. I like his sense of humor and stuff like that. And he talked about things like, you know, just everyday normal things, but it usually makes it funny and stuff. And I thought it was a very entertaining show, very clever and funny. I give it a 9 out of 10 for Larry the Cable Guy. Remain seated. I told Demonica about it. She said no. She saw it and she said, oh, and she made a mistake. No, she saw Tool Time. That was a home improvement show with Tim Allen. But no, I thought the Larry Cable Guy special was really good. I mean, it was like April 2020. That might have been a release date. I don't know. It might have been filmed at a different time. I'm not sure. But I did say 2020, so like I said, things are going to be different. I don't know how they're going to do like concerts now. If everyone's going to be distant. I don't know. But I mean, it was a lot of fun. It definitely keep your mind off things. And if you like Larry the Cable Guy, you'll enjoy it. And if you don't, I don't think it's going to change your opinion. But I had a good time, and I always thought he was funny. Yeah, but I remember seeing him on Comedy Central for the roast and stuff. He gets filthy too. But I mean, he keeps a normal stand-up like PG-13. But I seen him like doing the uncut stuff on. They had like what was it? I don't know if they do that anymore. They had Comedy Central After Hours or something like that, late Saturday nights, and they had like uncut version of their roasts and stuff like that. They used to. I don't think they do anymore. But I haven't seen that stuff. I haven't watched Comedy Central in a long time. But no, he can get pretty raunchy too. It was pretty funny. But I mean, his regular stand-up is good too. I mean, he says family-friendly, but it's PG-13, but that's good enough. So I hope you liked this video, buddy. 9 out of 10 for Larry the Cable Guy. Remain seated. First Larry the Cable Guy comedy I've seen in about like 3 years, and I really enjoyed it. More of 4 years. So until next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion.